Hey, Jan, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Um, Getting to know Grover over the last couple of months, what has just stood out to you about the way that he's been playing this year and the impact he's made on the D line?
Yeah, just getting to know him. He's just a genuine guy, a guy that I love playing football with, and I feel like sky's the limit for him in his career, and he's a intricate part to our defense. Just the way that he's able to wreak havoc in the backfield.
For a defense that's been so good against the run, just how pivotal has Grover been in those efforts?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's been outstanding. Like I said, once again, a guy that's playing with full effort. You know what I mean, and just a guy that practices the same way. So I'm not surprised about the plays that he makes in the run game in particular, just based off the way he prepares.
James Boyd.
And Nick, you've had success throughout your career with getting sacks, every single year, the consistency. Can you speak to what it takes to kind of sustain that level of production year in and year out? Even this year, you say you're dealing with like a back thing, but I mean, what does that take to just do it year in and year out?
I think, a lot of it has to do with just having faith, in God. And I'm a big believer in him. And then also just being able to not be complacent and not always thinking that you have it. There's always things that you can work on each and every off season. And I just try to not to fall off. The greats don't fall off. They always keep working. You know what I mean? They never let themselves get out of shape. And also just being able to be with great teammates. These guys are playing great football on the defensive side of the ball that I'm a part of, and it's allowing me to be able to make plays.
And then one quick follow-up. You talked about like playing alongside great players. Zaire Franklin's had probably his best year in the NFL this year. What have you seen from him, and how has he helped you just acclimate as far as leadership, production, things like that? He seems like he's a guy who holds everyone accountable.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a guy that took advantage of his reps, and like you said, he's having his best year, and it shows a guy that's playing full speed each and every play. And that's another person that I respect the way they prepare. A guy that practices hard, doesn't complain, doesn't make any excuses. You know what I mean? Takes full responsibility for everything he does. So I'm not surprised he's having a great year as well.
Go last one here, Mike Chappell.
Yeah, Nick, thanks for doing this.
Absolutely.
After 11 games and as a veteran, can you draw encouragement from the fact that you're right there in so many games, or does it just drive you crazy that you're right there in so many games and offense, defense, special teams just can't find a way to make that play?
Yeah, that's part of football. At the end of the day, a team's going to win and the team's going to lose. And, it's unfortunately we weren't able to get that win yesterday and a couple of other games that I feel like we beat ourselves at, but that's just part of the business. And also it just gives you stuff to learn from, as a group, as a team, when you watch the tape. And we still have a long season left, and I'm looking, at stuff, and we're not far behind. So it just takes one spark to be able to get on the road to just catch, that momentum to be able to keep winning games.
I should go one last one here. Zach Kiefer.
Yannick, I imagine as a pass rusher, you never have enough sacks. You always want more. Throughout your career, have you found that they come at weird times, maybe? Like when there's games you think you play great and you don't get a sack, or are there times when all of a sudden you have 2.5 in a day that doesn't feel that much different than a previous game? How do you kind of work through that when you go hot and cold during the same season?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know what I mean? Basically, you should never stop rushing. Even the greats, they never stop rushing. Some guys can go 5 weeks without a sack and end the season, with double digits. It's all about your will, it's all about your motor, and it's all about your preparation. You can't shy away from the preparation. And that's part of the game, being hot and being cold. Sometimes you're gonna have a great game, sometimes you're not gonna have a great game. And one thing I love about this game is that no man on that field is playing 100%. We're all banged up because of the physicality of the game. You know what I mean? And to be able to still perform, not just myself, but anybody that's performing at a high level, that takes tremendous guts to be able to do that because, like I said, nobody's healthy playing this game.